good left hook by Foreman.
Known as one of the hardest hitters in boxing history,
Of course, George is all over him, and that quick punishing right.
former heavyweight king George Foreman was a wrecking ball in his prime.
2 minutes.
All right, so step in, slide, hold your hand up. Slide in, boom, slide out, boom, slide in, boom, slide to the side, boom, other side. Like so, all right, slide. Don't bounce, you lose energy, let go.
Swinging wildly and missing, but final knockdown takes place. 2 minutes of the first round. Look at Roman's eyes.
In this video, we look back at Foreman's rise through the ranks as he entered his prime.
Are you too cocky, too soon, too young?
Yeah.
Foreman burst onto the scene by winning the Olympic gold medal at the 1968 Olympics in Mexico City.
Foreman throwing bombs in there.
It was clear that George was just too powerful for the other amateur heavyweights.
Ripping punches by George Foreman. He's all over the Russian. George pouring it on, and the referee stops the fight in the second round. And there's George holding up the American flag in the center of the ring before thousands of impressed spectators and millions more of television viewers.
Tremendous interest, really, in this young Olympic heavyweight champion.
Foreman's professional debut came on the undercard of the heavyweight title fight between Joe Frazier and Jerry Quarry. I think Foreman had a difficult time early on.
And a right lead by Foreman that did no damage. We're a minute and 40 seconds into round one.
Foreman went back to basics and started getting his jab going.
Professional boxing debut of George Foreman, Olympic heavyweight champion in the blue trunks. According to his Olympic coach, Pappy Gall, sitting next to me, Foreman has been tight.
I think George is just tight right now, but he's getting a little better now. His jab's working all right.
Foreman now sticking with that left.
Foreman showed some good feinting and head movement and started getting his power punches off. A lot of people say Foreman threw a lot of arm punches. I agree. Traditional boxing technique means you get the weight of your body into the punch. A power punch is generated from the legs, hips, trunk, and upper body. Foreman throws a mixture of arm punches and good traditional power punches.
Disappointing performance by Foreman, but now he's beginning to unload. Now Foreman is belaboring him. He's got Waldhelm in trouble, and Waldhelm goes down, and he is a tired and beaten young man. The superior strength and weight of Foreman beginning to tell as a succession of rights following a left. Did it, and he is knocked out. George Foreman wins his first professional fight against a carefully, you can believe me, hand-picked and outmatched opponent.
I'm concentrating on hard punches. This guy was a runner. And my man told him, just slow him down. I ain't got to worry about knocking him out. I can knock anybody out. Look at that punch to the body, that to the head. See that? Look. Man, I'm tough. That boy better quit. Lord have mercy. Look at me. I'm finna do some more.
Take a look at yourself in slow motion.
Look at that, man. That's what you call learning. That boy's in the stage of becoming a champion. Look, come back. Oh, well. But it's power.
Are you too cocky, too soon, too young?
Yeah.
First-class contendership in the heavyweight division.
Foreman quickly gained a fearsome reputation. His stare-down was very intimidating. In this fight, I thought Bob Hazelton was petrified by George.
I thought quickly he might be related to our brilliant but diminutive producer, Chet Forty, not so. This is George Foreman. He has a marvelous left, a truly powerful crunching left. He's got a good right, very strong in all departments. What he needs is polish. He's been learning how to slip punches. He's been learning how to move. Been learning how to adjust to an opponent, and as he learns these things, I repeat, he is destined, I think, to become one of the great ones.
Foreman came out fighting like an animal, and Hazelton was overmatched.
Hazelton was hurt a little bit with the first left to the upper chest. There, he was hurt with that right to the midsection, as you saw. He's in trouble right now, immediately.
Foreman's jab gets a knockdown here. It's rare to see jab knockdowns, but George was training with Sonny Liston at this time, and his jab was improving from fight to fight.
And down he goes. Hardly an inspiring opponent. The bout is stopped. My clock makes it 1 minute, 27 seconds of the first round. George Foreman. up there. George, wait up there.
So I'm parrying the punches, sort of like Jack Johnson. Notice that jab. Let's go.
Now you're really giving it to him.
Well, I got a couple lucky punches in that time.
That one to the midsection really hurt him.
That hurt him. I think that's what won the fight. Those were a couple of wild punches, but they're in the right places.
And I tell you this, George, the way you're coming along, it may not be too much longer before you'll be fighting the very good ones. Good luck.
Hey, thanks a lot, Howard.
With the record of 77 wins and 5 losses, Gregorio Peralta was a stern test for George. Peralta was a crafty fighter who was very experienced and knew every trick in the book. Foreman's developing jab was a constant weapon in the fight.
Peralta coming back with 2 quick lefts, and Foreman with a left that is like a lamppost, a recurring piston, if you will. Rated sports columnist. Oh. A left by Foreman getting in there. Well, the bout has a long way to go. That Foreman landed. There it is against Peralta.
Notice how Foreman uses his unique method of parrying and catching punches with his outstretched arms for his defense.
There's Peralta chasing him across the ring.
Foreman invested in some hard body shots throughout the fight. The noise from the punches is frightening. Peralta did have some success in the fight, particularly with his left hook.
A good left by Peralta after a right by Foreman. Foreman was open, he had dropped the right, and Peralta got the left in.
Notice how cleanly Peralta is able to land at times.
Foreman's right down, up comes the left, there it is. Well, there is some blood over Foreman's right eye. It appears to be on the forehead.
The punches just bounce off George, who really had an iron chin.
Peralta got in a good one.
Only the great Muhammad Ali was able to knock him out.
From the pounding that Foreman gave him there in the early rounds. There's the crowd yelling again. Crowd yells as Peralta lands a left.
Foreman regained his composure. He started to put pressure on Peralta and upped his punch volume.
That stunned Peralta just secondarily. Good combination by Foreman. Coming in strongly against Peralta now. Again, a left by Peralta. A good right by Foreman there.
Landing some brutal punches and combinations to hurt Peralta badly.
Now Foreman got in a good left and a right to hurt Peralta. Peralta was hurt. Oh. Crowd sensing the kill. Peralta now in the corner, as you see. Foreman flailing away at him and not landing the one good punch that could put him down.
But Peralta was durable enough to last the distance. Foreman won a 10-round decision.
Really tough. He is doubtless in the lead in the scoring, but you never really know. 10 seconds left in the bout.
After dispatching James J. Woody with ease, Foreman took on the very durable George Tuvalu.
George Foreman. I say break, you must break. Now let's have a nice clean fight. Shake hands now, come out boxing.
Tuvalu's chin was legendary, as he was known as one of the most durable heavyweights in history.
Good right hand by Tuvalu.
Tuvalu started well, landing some good body shots. Foreman was missing wildly at times and just swinging at Tuvalu in his usual fashion.
Chevallo apparently having trouble with his breathing.
But Foreman started to box in a more clever way. He got his jab going, and notice how he gets comfortable landing punches off with his jab.
Foreman is keeping Chevallo off balance.
The insane power of Foreman started to show itself.
Chevallo staggered. Chevallo has never been off his feet. 2 minutes left in the round.
And Chevallo was getting pummeled in the corner.
It's an awesome battering that Chevallo is taking. He is now spitting blood.
I thought the stoppage was early. Chevallo was known to have a granite chin, but I think the referee thought it's better to be safe than sorry, especially with the way Foreman was starting to beat the crap out of Chevallo.
Good body punches and good head punches, and the referee is great. I got good on him, got a chance to get some punches. He's defenseless now, and I could do that all week, I think. And he's a game guy.
And George, you both know the rules of the New York State Athletic Commission. However, let's briefly review.
I can't imagine what it feels like to have prime George Foreman staring at you like that. I don't know about you, but I feel scared just looking at it.
You will be penalized for any illegal tactics, understood? Shake hands now, come up boxing at the bell.
Boone Kirkman was the unfortunate opponent this time, and Foreman wasted no time.
Round number one. That was a push. That was not a punch. It was a push. Foreman just rushed out of his corner and pushed Boone Kirkman to the canvas. And referee Arthur McCanty is warning him about it now.
You got to shake this young man up. You got to do something to make his nerves unravel.
Blasting Kirkman with brutal punches. I'm not sure how Kirkman got up from this punch, to be honest.
It's the left hand. That started it. Right hand by Foreman. Kirkman is down. Good right hand, right on the mark.
Kirkman was all over the place again as Foreman bombed him with punches, and the fight was stopped.
Kirkman is up on his feet. He wants to fight. Of course, referee Arthur McCarthy will not let him. The doctor is in the ring. He is saying no more. Kirkman is in pretty bad shape. His legs are gone. He can hardly stand up.
Winner by a TKO and still undefeated, George Foreman.
With the exception of the last round. Want a clean fight?
Foreman took on Luis Piras next.
Speak English.
Protect yourself at all times.
Vicky Ferrara in the corner with them. Speaks English.
Foreman was in no mood to hang around.
From the look on Foreman's face, I'd say he's going to try to get this over quickly. Testimony to Foreman's jab. Foreman almost swung himself out of the amphitheater. And he's got Perez in trouble, real trouble. Perez on the verge of being knocked out. That uppercut hurt, and the left hook was a dazzler. But Perez's game.
Foreman was aggressively looking for the knockout so much that he did get a little bit sloppy here and there.
Pretty good punches by Perez. A minute to go in round two. You wonder what's keeping him up. Oh, that was right in there. Foreman is not putting the power in the punches now. He's looking for a spot. And and Perez's face is becoming a crimson mass. A minute to go in round 4.
This time, it was the left hook that got Foreman the victory.
Here they call out a knockdown. The referee has stopped the fight.
Pires retired in his corner. His elbow had been broken while defending a punch from Foreman. George was extremely close to getting a title shot now. Joe Frazier was the champ, but many felt that his epic fight against Muhammad Ali, where he won a 15-round decision in Ali's comeback fight, had taken something out of Frazier, and he wasn't the same fighter. Ted Gulick was once considered a very good prospect. Foreman showcased the jab in this fight.
Long ripping jabs by George Foreman.
He had been teaching the youth this jab previously during his social work.
Teaching youngsters the finer points of boxing.
All right, so step in, slide, hold your hand up. Slide in, boom, slide out, boom, slide in, boom, slide to the side, boom, other side. Like so, all right, side. Don't bounce, you lose the energy, let go. I put my left is right here, just closer to your head, so I don't have to draw back. What good is it gonna do me to draw back and get it, right? It's right out here, so I shoot it from here, right here. No emotion, just go. Boom, 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 boom. Shoot it from there. The closer you get, the better for yourself. If it starts from right out here, just turn it. All right? Try that, come on.
Gulick was completely out of his depth. Once again, notice the powerful left hooks that dropped the opponent.
Two jolting lefts and Ted Gulick goes down. George Foreman goes to a neutral corner as the referee picks up the count. It doesn't look like Ted's going to make it. It's all over.
One thing that makes Foreman so devastating is that he has two-handed power.
Right to the jaw, which hurts Gulick. A torrid right which misses. A good left to the jaw. Another ripping left. A slight shove and Gulick goes down. George seems very pleased with another impressive performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The winner on a knockout, 228 into round 2, still undefeated, George Foreman.
Foreman's next fight was against the Argentinian heavyweight champion, Miguel Paez. Foreman was in his prime. He showed his insane strength again by flinging Paez to the floor like he was a small child.
Pushes Miguel down. That's not a knockdown, a slip.
Foreman just kept the power punches coming.
It looks like Foreman is going after a knockout here in round 1. Paez fights back.
And Paez had no answer.
Crushing punches by George Foreman, and Paez is down. The referee. Foreman is all over Miguel Paez. Paez goes down for the second time as the referee picks up the count.
Foreman would go on to get his title shot against Joe Frazier shortly after this fight. We will cover that fight and the rest of Foreman's career in a future video.